Today we have a Godzilla King of the Monsters figure from Nico. It's based off of the movie itself. It measures about 12 inches from head to tail with 25 points of articulation. And we'll just get right into it. I've already cut it out of the box. It had a lot of wires going to it. So let's go ahead and pull it on out. And we'll put this to the side here and stand them up. Okay, so first of all, it actually has some decent weight to it. It's got solid construction, and yeah, it looks like the legs here, they actually joint down and come flush with his body. So you don't have like that weird kind of mold sticking out from there. You just rotate it down, it'll go flush. Kind of matches up with the textures. There's not a lot of position in his lower legs, but that's not really a big deal, seeing how you'll position him probably one time and then forget about it. Let's see if we can actually get him positioned flat without breaking any of that seam line. Okay. It's not that feet stick bad, honestly. Out just a little bit. But what are you going to do? Let's move on to his upper torso. Looks like there's a little bit of movement for positioning. His arms are doing the same thing his legs do. Once you rotate the joint into, there we go. So it kind of looks like it has a predetermined kind of set to make skin textures match flush. But honestly, once you have them set on a shelf, you're not really going to notice it. His jaw hinges open to take the atomic breath that it does come with, a blast, and a piece to set into the blast coming out of his mouth. And it looks like it sets over his tongue, which there is a tongue in here if I can get, let's see if I can get, there we go. So it would clamp right in there, and then you would clamp the jaw, close it over it a little bit. There's nothing to like actually pop it in there, and it seems like it's just held in by pressure. Seems a little bit janky on my end, but there's nothing really hold that in there. I suppose you just would maybe aim it on the ground, position him down. Honestly, it's probably nothing I'm really going to display. I mean, it looks good, but at the same time, not really necessary, unless you had maybe Rodan or Mothra from the same set to make a diorama. But we'll get rid of that for now. Moving on, his tail has a ball joint, and the instructions tell you to dip the tail into some warm water for about 20 seconds, and then it should pop right in. But I'm probably just going to do it without get the tail to pop in because screw using the instructions properly. And alright, so the tail gives him a little more like leeway with positioning him, I suppose. There's a lot of breaks in the tail for, okay, this is actually really nice. You got a bunch of little breaks to position it, So it's not just one straight piece, and it could look a little more like, I don't know what you would call it, realistic as a lizard. His neck doesn't have much articulation to it at all, so there's no way you're going to make that really cool atomic sky breath thing from the movie. That kind of sucks. But other than that, the paint is really nice, really well coming through the legs and the torso for the charged atomic breath. That's this version.
It's on his head rather than his shoulders.
Let's see if I can get. I'll cut that part out. But yeah, for the price and the license, this is actually a really nice Godzilla figure. And I have a few more to go over in the near future, so keep an eye out for those videos.